Bhat is also with us from Prabhudas Lilladher. Dilip, good afternoon. What's happening in dealing rooms right now? What are your clients telling you? Are they looking for any kind of bargain buy orders, or is there a bit of panic right now?
Well, I think the way the markets have come off without any signs of trying to pick up, I think surely a lot of people are certainly getting into a wait and watch mode at the moment. Nobody is really in a hurry to commit at this particular level. You know, everybody has been following a very safe strategy of staying away from the front lines and focusing on the mid caps. And now mid caps are also cracking up. So I think all in all, it does present a picture that maybe, you can buy it a little higher. But my own sense is that overall market probably is closer to the bottom. I mean, maybe from the downside, I don't think there's anything great that one can expect. Maybe it can consolidate and move up, and possibly we'll see more of that action happening in the new year of calendar year of 2016.
Okay, by the way, pull out the intraday chart of Wockhardt now, and that really is the problem for this market now. For some of these high pedigree stocks, Wockhardt is now trading at low point of the day, 6% gone on Wockhardt, and the last 10 minutes have really been bad for that particular stock. Ajanta Pharma as well, down quite a bit. In fact, at this point in time, Ajanta Pharma also trading at the low point of the day. Couple of other names, IDBI Bank, pull out the intraday chart of IDBI Bank, and that stock as well now trading pretty much at the low point of the day. Amidst all this, one stock which stands out is Indiabulls Real Estate. As you can see on the screen, there's a technical reason as well. The stock is in trading, F&O trading ban. So this is one stock which you can't short, at least. So small mercies for that. So that stock still looking quite good. Indiabulls Real Estate is the stock that you're talking about.
All right, so 4% up move is what you're seeing in Indiabulls. But Dilip, come in on this. Has the retail sentiment gotten impacted because of all of this? As Anuj and me were discussing, there are 30, 40, 50% falls that you're seeing in mid caps right now, and that can be quite nerve-wracking. Have you seen retail sentiment get hit, or is retail still quite confident in buying in this market?
Surely, I think the retail is shaken up without any doubt. And I think, and also in that retail pack, you have this HNIs also, who probably were focusing on the select mid caps. So probably they are also getting a bit apprehensive on an overall basis, the way some of the stocks have really cracked in the moment. But I think the one aspect of retail which we can see, which is really helping the markets slightly on a macro basis, is the flow into the mutual funds. Maybe possibly, the lackluster real estate or gold is probably propelling them to put the money into the mutual funds on a slightly longer term basis. But direct retail, yes, I think if this continues for some more time, probably they'll also get into a retreat mode.
Okay, let's talk about some stocks then, for the long-term investor who still is bullish on this market and who's still looking out for individual stocks. You've picked up VRL Logistics for us. What kind of a target do you have there? And more importantly, have you seen the cycle turn for some of these makers?
Well, I think VRL falls into the mid-cap category at the moment. I think that's one stock which has just been listed. It is not cheap, it is expensive. But this is one company where we see that the power of compounding will come into play in a very big way, because their ROEs are growing, are anywhere between 22 to 25%, and they will remain so for next 3 to 4 years. So if the ROEs really compound at that rate, I think there's a good and serious money to be made, in spite of the fact that the stock is not very cheap at the moment. But more important, I think the business into which they are, 85% is an unorganized sector out over there, and they are the largest players. So there is a good leverage of growth available for the company. So we will see, even assuming a nominal top line growth, I think the bottom line growth will be very good. And more important, I think the company will continue to generate a serious amount of free cash over the next couple of years.
Okay, that's the VRL Logistics that Dilip has a buy on.
The big disappointments of the year has also been L&T. That stock has hit a fresh 52-week low today at 1,300 rupees. It's come off so much from the highs of the year. In fact, in July this year, if you can just pull up a 6-month chart or a 1-year chart of L&T, in July this year, it was at close to 1,900 rupees. And look where it's at currently, 1,300. Dilip, what do you do with this one? Because, earlier it used to be a barometer of the revival in the capex cycle. But now it's lost so much ground that there's a lot of confidence that has been eroded in this stock as well. At 1300, what would you do with this one?
Sonia, I think the correction which has taken place is very healthy, and maybe it's really a little more disproportionate. And probably, I think a lot of people are disappointed on the execution front, and increasing worry is coming on the order book which they got from the Middle East, the way the oil prices are at the moment. So everybody is in a question mark whether this Middle East portion of the orders, will it ever get executed? So I think those worries, in our opinion, have broadly played out. Not that it may not come down further, but the main thing is that they are still sitting on a good order book position at the moment. From the current levels, I think looking at the order book position, looking at the execution, and even assuming that there is going to be not an over optimism on the economy, but even assuming the normal optimism, I think L&T is still very well placed in terms of the price at which it is, and to capture the opportunities on the sales front. So I think without any doubt, I would say that L&T would still be a buy for me from the current levels, and maybe at the slightly lower levels, which is possible that it may seek in the next couple of days. But I would really place it at the top.
Okay, but
Edition of NSE closing bell, but